5, 4.5. You want to have? We got 4.
Yep.
I got 4 here. Got 4.5 now. 5, 30. You want to 5? 4 5. Now half, 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 now 6. So,
303 on all of them.
303 takes 4.
Yeah.
That eggplant, the peppers, the slicing tomatoes that were delivered just this morning were literally in the ground or on the plants earlier this week. Delivered to Chesterhill Produce Auction for yesterday's auction. They may have been produced, grown by local regional farmers, growers, or they may have actually been grown at the Ohio Student Farm. So to think about, they are that fresh and they are now being delivered into our venues today, whether it was into Central Food Facility or directly into Jefferson Marketplace here for any produce that does not need to be processed. It is just amazing to think about how many people have come together to make that happen that quickly. It is literally fresh from the earth.
So the produce auction first opened in 2005, and then Rural Action purchased it in 2010. In 2004, we were looking at ways we could aggregate produce. So work with smaller producers to build the capacity to make a destination where people come, and also to serve bigger markets like OU and hospitals. The Food to Ohio Working Group, the funding through the Sugar Bush Foundation, has helped us to supply good agricultural practices certification to farmers, and like the auction itself is certified. So it's helped us to implement food safety practices. Plus it's also helped us with our distribution.
GAP certification, good agricultural practices, is critically important to us here at Ohio University. We have a central food facility that is inspected at a much higher level than some food restaurant venues. And the reason for that is we are actually considered a manufacturing site. It is local. We have our local employees, we have our local product, we're baking, we're cutting meats, we have traceability. Where is it grown? What are the conditions? About how it's transported? Where's the water supply? Where's the runoff? We can trace back to where it originated. That GAP certification helps us teach the growers how to maintain accurate records, what we need. It's a communication tool that we're using, not just the grower to Ohio University, but Ohio University out to the customer. Tiffany Harvey is one of our GAs. So her primary focus has been to work with not only the student farm, but other growers to become GAP certified. It is truly a labor of love. There are barriers to their success. Some of our local growers don't have access to internet. So it's an opportunity for her to individually work with growers to become certified and to maintain that certification.
The main goal that I have is to get more produce from local farmers to be procured by OHIO Culinary Services. My role here at the farm is to make sure that the farm maintains its GAP certification. So I am the person who's put up all of the food safety signs, and I maintain all of the records in case we need to do a trace back if there is some kind of foodborne illness that happens or a pathogen or something.
One of the ways that we know here at the auction if someone is GAP certified, a lot of our growers and producers will get stickers like this Y right here, and it says GAP certified. So that producer right there has GAP certified product, and our order buyers who do all of our purchasing have a list of all of the producers that we currently have certified here through the auction.
Also the education part of the work and making sure that students know how to use the local food in a whole produce form, so we share recipes and things. That encourages participation in the local food system and helping people understand the value of having a robust local food system, how it impacts our physical health and also environmental health, and how food connects everything and everyone. We were sharing recipes through cooking workshops that took place on campus. We hosted these workshops, brought recipes, brought students together. We all cooked and learned. We were able to have a conversation and talk about food. That was 2 years ago. Attendance at those was maxed out.
Through this foundation grant, we, Culinary Services, were able to hire 2 marketing students to design a logo for regional foods and then also for local. We use it on our social media sites. We use it on the shelving, tags for product. So if you think about a student experience, working with us, learning about what's grown locally, and then seeing it out on the Ohio University website or social media frequently, it has to be amazing. Beyond the GAs and beyond the students who have worked with us, the interns that have worked directly on this, it's the impact to the student. We have some signage that was created that talks about seasonality in this area. What they learn here, you know, just from being in the venues and this being a local item and grown 5 blocks from here, and we hope that it forever impacts how they eat and how they buy and how they connect with their communities. So it's Forever Ohio. So it's a pretty powerful message as to what we have done to make this happen. It would not be possible without the financial and moral support of the Sugar Bush Foundation. So they've been highly involved in encouraging us. I think the thing that we have learned is how to come together. We've spent a lot of time meeting, but I think developing the relationships that support what each of our groups do to have an impact on the larger group.